Hi, I'm Whitney Fung with the University of Florida, IFAS Extension, and Indigent Healthcare. Welcome back to some tips on healthy eating. So we've talked a lot about My Plate and talking about the tips and the dietary guidelines for that healthy, balanced plate. So I hope you've been listening, and every time you eat, you're looking down at your plate and seeing if your plate looks just like My Plate. And so this is that balanced, healthy meal, but today we're going to focus on dairy foods. So don't forget that dairy. So dairy foods are those cheese, milk, and yogurts. And dairy foods are really important because they provide that calcium that we need. Calcium is really important for adults and children, or anyone, any age, because it's important for us to build strong bones, for children to grow, for brain development, and even to prevent osteoporosis. So it's very important that you get 3 servings of dairy foods per day. So that could be a cup of milk, a cup of yogurt, or a slice of cheese. Whatever it is, your milk, cheese, and yogurt, you want to get 3 servings per day. And so today I'm going to talk a little bit more about milk because that's a great way to get your calcium and also your vitamin D. So we have different types of milk. You might be confused at the store sometimes because there's different colors. And so the first one, there's whole milk. That sometimes has the red top. Then you have 2% or the reduced fat milk. That's with the green top. This one is the 1% or low-fat milk. That's 1%, and sometimes it's pink. Then we have the skim milk or non-fat milk, and that's light blue. But don't get too confused with the colors because that doesn't always mean the specific types of milk. It could be different at each store or whichever brand that you buy. So you want to focus on whole, reduced fat or 2%, the low fat, and the skim milk. And the recommendation is to follow a low fat or fat-free dairy food. So whether it's low fat or fat-free, that's fine. And this goes for yogurt. So you can see here that we have fat-free plain yogurt. That's a good source of calcium, and there's no fat in that. So that's a great way. Another very important thing is to read the nutrition facts label. So if you're at home, go ahead and grab a milk or whatever nutrition facts label you can find and follow along with me. So I'm going to use a 2% milk just as an example. So if you're at home, go ahead and grab that and follow along with me. I'm going to go over 3 items on this nutrition facts label. So for most of the milks, 1 serving is 1 cup or 8 fluid ounces. So for 1 serving, this is 130 calories. There's 5 grams of fat, and there's 30% calcium. That means that if you drink 1 cup of milk, you'd be consuming 130 calories, 5 grams of total fat, and 30% of what you need for calcium each day. Each person needs 3 servings, remember? So that makes up approximately 30% times 3 is 90%. So that's why you need that 3 servings of dairy per day. So 3 glasses of milk, that makes sense too. So this is 130 calories. So if we compare all 4, this is 150 calories, 130, 110, and 90 calories. So you could see the difference in calories. And for fat, this is 8 grams of fat, 5 grams of fat, 2.5 grams of fat, and 0 grams of fat. So you could see from the whole milk to the non-fat milk that it decreases in calories and also decreases in fat, whereas they all have the same amount of calcium. So whatever serving of dairy food you consume, whether it's a cup of milk, a cup of yogurt, or a slice of cheese, try to choose the low-fat or fat-free dairy items. That's all I have for today. See you next time.
For more information on this tip or any of the other 10 tips to a great plate, visit choosemyplate.gov.